So we've got this 40K thing. We've got this Age of Sigmar thing. What about Warhammer 30K? Where has that been? Now, certainly from time to time, I've been pulled into thinking about playing 30K. I've checked out the 30K community. There have been times in playing 40K Apocalypse / Mega games where we've tried to recreate some of the older legions using current 40K models. But from that perspective, is it supported by Games Workshop? Or is it really kind of something like a specialist game, Mordheim, or some of the older Old Hammer games where it's out there, but it's kind of a Forge World thing. It's kind of a specialized thing. It's kind of one of those things that the players who really love 40K, but maybe are a little bit salty at Games Workshop, they're playing 30K. Now, my interest in 30K, one of the things that captured my attention, and I often wonder why Games Workshop isn't necessarily exploiting this more, and maybe it's on the way, or maybe it's a limited audience. But a number of years ago, I picked up the Horus Heresy art book. And in going through that, seeing the older Legion designs, seeing the stuff from that time period, seeing the various weapons, the Imperium, one could say, at the height of its technological ability, that was a very, very intriguing slice of the game. And to be able to play the Horus Heresy, it seemed like, to me, almost more of a Primarch versus Primarch. Very, very big mega battles. A lot of opportunity there to play from that perspective. And I often wondered why Games Workshop didn't exploit it more, why you had to kind of go with those two sets or go with the Forge World. Is it because it's Marines versus Marines? That was my first thought. And this is not a criticism because it is very much a narrative. You've got Marines. You don't really have anything else because you're literally focusing on Horus Heresy. We're not selling orcs. We're not selling Necrons. We're not selling other aspects of the model range. But then I would counter that and say, yes, Games Workshop is making money off their other model range. They're making money off Tyranids and things like that. But Marines are the number one selling aspect. So why couldn't you have this subset, like you have Titanicus, or you have other games in that setting? Why couldn't you have that setting where you're selling the 30K models and make it almost Primarch versus Primarch, and then sell those, I was going to say 100, make it a big mega kit, going for like 120, really sell it from that perspective. And then maybe find some way to bring the Primarchs into 40K. I mean, I know we have a few of those now that we could play, but it just seemed to me like something that existed out there to showcase Forge World, and something that Games Workshop was kind of like, all right, Forge World, do your thing. You're going to pay us our royalties. We're going to get our cut, kind of like Web 3.0. You do all the work. I keep the money. Forge World does all the work. Games Workshop keeps the money. And it was very, very small and focused. But I just think in this current environment, we know Marines sell. We know there's interest for Marines. And Warhammer Plus being a perfect example, with Games Workshop now exploiting and selling everything, where's the 30K?